After 60, your body isn't the same, and neither should your diet be. What if the foods you've trusted for years are now quietly working against your heart, your memory, or your bones? That morning toast, that glass of orange juice, they might seem harmless, even healthy. But for millions of older adults, they could be slowly adding to fatigue, joint pain, or chronic disease. This isn't about giving up the joy of food. It's about eating smarter, because small changes now can mean more energy, sharper thinking, and stronger bones tomorrow. In this video, we'll reveal 5 everyday foods you should never eat after 60, backed by science, explained in simple terms. And yes, we'll give you healthier, delicious alternatives too. Ready to take back control of your health? One bite at a time? Let's get started. 1. Processed meats, the silent saboteurs. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you had bacon, ham, sausage, or deli turkey? It probably felt convenient, tasty, maybe even nostalgic. But here's the problem. These processed meats are some of the worst offenders for people over 60, and most of us don't even realize it. Why? Because they're loaded with sodium, nitrates, and preservatives that put enormous stress on an aging heart. According to the American Heart Association, high sodium intake is directly linked to high blood pressure, a silent killer among seniors. And that's just the beginning. Those nitrates? They've been connected to increased inflammation, oxidative stress, and even a higher risk of colorectal cancer. If your joints ache, your memory feels foggy, or your digestion has slowed down, processed meats could be part of the reason. And let's talk numbers. A study from Harvard involving over 37,000 adults found that people who regularly ate processed meat had a 42% higher risk of heart disease and a 19% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. That's not a small number. But here's what's worse. Processed meats can trick us. They feel satisfying. They're fast. They've been marketed as protein-packed and perfect for lunch. But after 60, your body doesn't process them like it used to. Our kidneys are less efficient. Our blood vessels are more fragile. And every bite of high-sodium meat can be like throwing gasoline on a smoldering fire inside your arteries. So, what can you do? Swap the deli turkey for grilled chicken or tuna packed in water. Instead of sausage, try beans, lentils, or even tempeh if you're feeling adventurous. Season with fresh herbs instead of salt. And if you still crave that smoky flavor, look for nitrate-free options. But even then, keep them as an occasional treat, not a daily habit. Because here's the truth. The goal isn't perfection, it's protection. And protecting your heart, your memory, your energy, and your independence starts with what you say no to. Processed meats? It's time to say goodbye. Or at least, see them for what they really are. Let's keep going, because the next food on our list might be sitting in your kitchen right now. 2. Sugary breakfast cereals, a sweet trap in disguise. Imagine this. It's a quiet morning. You pour yourself a bowl of cereal, the kind you've trusted for years. The box says whole grains or fortified with vitamins. It feels like a smart choice, right? But here's the harsh truth. Most breakfast cereals are nothing more than sugar bombs in disguise. And for people over 60, that's a dangerous way to start the day. A bowl of sugary cereal sends your blood sugar soaring, then crashing. That crash doesn't just make you tired. It can leave you foggy, weak, and craving more sugar just hours later. Even worse, that daily blood sugar spike quietly increases your risk for insulin resistance. That's the first step toward type 2 diabetes, belly fat, fatigue, and even memory loss. You might be surprised. Many so-called healthy cereals contain 10 to 20 grams of sugar per serving. But let's be real. Most of us pour double that amount into the bowl. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that seniors with high-sugar diets had worse memory and slower thinking over time. In other words, That innocent-looking cereal might be speeding up cognitive decline. And that fortified label? It often tricks us into ignoring what matters most. Added sugars, artificial flavorings, and refined grains that do your body no favors. Here's why this matters more after 60. Our metabolism slows. Our pancreas works harder. And sugar doesn't clear from the bloodstream as quickly. That means it lingers, feeding inflammation, damaging blood vessels, and accelerating aging on the inside. But don't worry, you don't have to skip breakfast. Try oatmeal with cinnamon, chia pudding with berries, or a handful of almonds and plain Greek yogurt. These give you steady energy, real fiber, and nutrients your body can actually use. Because breakfast isn't just the first meal of the day. It's the foundation for your brain, heart, and muscles. Stay with me. The next food on this list seems healthy, but it might be draining the calcium right out of your bones. 3. Soda. The bone breaker in a bottle. You're thirsty. Maybe it's a hot day, or you just want something with a little fizz. So you reach for a can of soda. Maybe diet, maybe regular. It feels refreshing, familiar. But what if I told you that sip is silently stealing calcium from your bones? Yes, soda is more than just sugar or bubbles. It's a calcium thief. And after 60, that's a dangerous game. You see, many sodas, especially colas, contain phosphoric acid. That ingredient may give it a tangy flavor, but it also disrupts your body's calcium balance. Your body tries to correct it by pulling calcium out of your bones to neutralize the acid. Over time, that weakens your bone structure. Now combine that with the fact that most sodas offer zero nutrition. No vitamins, no minerals, just sugar or artificial sweeteners, acid and color. And that's not even the worst part. A large study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that women who drank more than 1 cola per day had significantly lower bone mineral density in the hips and spine. That puts you at much greater risk of fractures, falls, and a long, slow recovery. Something that gets riskier as we age. And if you're thinking, well, I only drink diet soda, here's something to consider. Even diet sodas have been linked to reduced bone density and a higher risk of metabolic syndrome. Plus, sodas spike insulin, feed inflammation, and increase belly fat. Especially dangerous around the waistline, where fat can surround vital organs. I know it's hard. Soda is comforting. It's nostalgic. But ask yourself, is it worth your strength, your balance, your independence? Instead, try sparkling water with lemon, unsweetened iced tea, or water infused with cucumber or berries. You get the refreshment without the damage, because after 60, your bones are your foundation, and every decision you make, every drink you choose, can either protect them or slowly wear them down. And next, we're about to uncover a food that's supposed to be light, low-fat, and healthy, but is secretly hurting your digestion and immune system. 4. Fried foods. Crunch today, cost tomorrow. You see the golden, crispy edges. You smell the mouth-watering aroma. A plate of French fries or fried chicken can feel like pure comfort, especially after a long day. But here's the hard truth. Every crunchy bite could be fueling inflammation, clogging your arteries, and speeding up the aging process in your body. Why are fried foods so dangerous for those over 60? It all comes down to the oils and the cooking process. When oils are heated to high temperatures, think deep frying, they form harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs, and oxidized fats. These molecules trigger chronic inflammation, damage blood vessel walls, and even impair your immune system's ability to repair itself. A landmark study in the Journal of Nutritional Science showed that older adults who ate fried foods more than 3 times a week had a 30% higher risk of heart disease, and an even greater risk of developing age-related inflammation markers. Imagine that. Something that tastes so good can quietly accelerate the very diseases we fear most. And it's not only about your heart. Researchers at the University of Alabama found that frequent consumption of fried foods was linked to poorer memory performance and slower reaction times in seniors. In other words, those crispy fries might be making it harder for you to remember your grandkids' names or react quickly if you stumble. I remember Gloria. She's 72 and used to treat herself to fried catfish every weekend. She noticed her joints felt stiffer, and climbing the stairs became a chore. When she switched to oven-baked fish with a light panko crust, she didn't just lose weight. Her knee pain eased, and she felt lighter on her feet. So what's the alternative? You don't have to give up texture or flavor. Try air frying with just a spritz of oil for that satisfying crunch. Roast vegetables tossed in olive oil and herbs. Or bake chicken strips coated in whole wheat breadcrumbs. These methods slash unhealthy fats and preserve nutrients, giving you delicious food without the hidden toll on your body. After 60, your body deserves foods that heal, not harm. Choose cooking methods that protect your arteries, nurture your brain, and support your joints. Your future self will thank you. 5. Processed deli meats, the silent inflammation trigger. It seems so convenient, doesn't it? Just a few slices of deli ham or turkey on whole grain bread. A quick, easy lunch that feels harmless. But for people over 60, those thin, salty slices might be doing far more damage than you realize. Processed meats, like bacon, salami, hot dogs, ham, and even low-fat turkey slices, are loaded with preservatives, sodium, and often nitrates. These chemicals extend shelf life, but they may be shortening yours. Here's why. Nitrates and nitrites, commonly used to preserve and color deli meats, have been linked to increased inflammation in the body. And chronic inflammation isn't just a buzzword. It's the hidden fuel behind heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. A study published in the British Medical Journal followed over 500,000 adults and found that those who consumed high amounts of processed meat had a 44% higher risk of dying from heart-related conditions. Even worse, these meats are often packed with sodium. And after 60, our kidneys become less efficient at handling excess salt. That puts extra pressure on your blood vessels, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and kidney strain. You might not even feel it until it shows up as fatigue, swelling in your ankles, or a scary moment in the doctor's office. And let's talk about digestion, the gut microbiome. A critical player in your immunity and mental clarity can be disrupted by preservatives found in processed meats. That can lead to bloating, irregularity, and even mood changes. Yes, what you eat can affect your memory, mood, and resilience. Take my neighbor Paul, 68 years old. He used to eat ham sandwiches nearly every day. After some scary blood pressure readings and rising cholesterol, his doctor suggested cutting deli meats. 2 months later, Paul had more energy, better digestion, and most importantly, normal blood pressure again. So what can you eat instead? Roast your own chicken or turkey breast at home. Slice it fresh and store it for sandwiches. Add hummus, avocado, or grilled veggies to your meals. These options are full of fiber, heart-healthy fats, and zero chemical additives. At this age, convenience shouldn't come at the cost of your long-term health. You deserve food that honors your body, your future, and the years you've worked so hard for. Your health, vitality, and independence in your golden years. It's not about restriction. It's about making choices that help you live better, longer, and more freely. Each of these foods may seem harmless in isolation, but together, they can lead to dangerous consequences, like compromised bone health, memory decline, heart disease, and more. But here's the good news. With every meal you prepare, you have the power to make better choices. You can nourish your body with foods that support your joints, protect your bones, and keep your heart strong. Swap sugary cereals for whole grains. Choose fruits and veggies over fried snacks. Drink water or herbal tea instead of soda. Bake or grill rather than fry. Choose fresh, unprocessed meats that are rich in nutrients and free from harmful additives. The road ahead is yours to shape, and it starts with the next bite you take. Remember, small changes lead to big improvements. Your future health is worth every decision you make today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Have you already made any healthy changes to your diet? Or maybe you're thinking of giving up one of these foods? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences. And if you want more tips on how to live your healthiest, happiest life after 60, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and remember, your health is the most valuable thing you have. Take care of it, and take care of yourself.